My name is... Allergies, anyone? Let me just turn the black and white off. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, and everyone else. How are we all doing on this fine lockdown Friday? Can you hear me? Can you see me? Do you care? Good evening, Seek Truth, Speak Truth. Good evening, Warren Evans. Good evening, Captain Welshie, Brew Haha, Brown01, Nasty Buzzard, S2000 GT, Eden's Aquatics, S2000 GT again, Arctic Haze. How's everyone doing tonight? Look. Channel members. Oh, I can't point at the Patreons. Patreons are at the bottom. Channel members are here in yellow. So, I don't know how easy it is gonna be to keep up with that. Don't worry, whatever I've got isn't contagious. It's just my allergies playing up today to fool everyone into thinking that I've got the lager lurgy, which I haven't. I've just got a very sensitive schnozzle. Good evening, A2T Productions. AT2 Productions, even. Andrew Matthias. Good evening. That's a name I've not seen before, is it? Jackie Bordeaux. Good evening. Kenneth Schultz. Ewok Gaming and more. More, you say? Ritesh Dayal. Lizzie Beth. Hello there. Good evening, Turquoise Laura. How the devil are you? Time to wake. Becky. Hello from Barry. Is your name Barry or are you from Barry? If you are, what's occurring? Good evening, Rob Slide, Dan Lee Palmer, Elizabeth Dracule, Wilson Bell, Gary IOW, Espen, Alexander Wood. How is everyone this evening? Bear with me, uno momento. If anybody notices snot dripping down over my moustache, please point it out so I can wipe it and avoid the embarrassment. So, what's been going on with everyone today? I've been having some thinkings. And I've been thinking about what I touched on last night. And what I touched on last night was the Chancellor and his not very helpful proposal to the self-employed. Now, I'm not going to go on about it too much tonight. Ugh, it's not. But I have a question for the Chancellor. Self-employed and employed people have got to manage without salary until the government can get their asses in gear in June, I believe he said. Which begs the question, is our lovely Chancellor going to surrender his £72,000 a year salary, which is about £6,000 a month? Is he going to be surrendering that in solidarity for the working man of the UK while we all wait for our salaries in June? Probably not. But anyway, it's just something that's been on my mind. Seek Truth, Speak Truth has a new video he thinks I may enjoy. I possibly will. I will have a look at it after this live stream. Like I say, I'm just doing the same as I've been doing every other night. I'm going to fiddle with my nose because I know you all really enjoy it. And I'm going to... what am I going to do? I don't know. Blow my nose, probably. Sim, yeah, I'm not going to go on about it, then I go on about it. You've got my number, no doubt. AC, Tom Hanks disease. No, I haven't got Tom Hanks disease, I've got allergies. I've got lots of snot. I've got snot to spare. Good evening, Corcos. JB. Uh-oh, cough. Coughing is not good. So, who do we have? 159 people. I knew it would be quieter tonight because it's Friday and we've all got so much to do. Promise you can't catch it. Especially in all over the internet. So, a couple of super chats have come in already. Thank you very much indeed. Audrey Rebdew, $10 said I'd super chat. You did. And you have. Thank you very much indeed. And 666 Australian dollars from the Aussie Atheist. Aussie atheist even, who says I'm looking good. I'm not feeling good, if I'm being perfectly honest. Wait, is that blood on my tissue? Or is it a big booger? Either way, it's not good. Good evening, Martin H, Adrian Thomas, Irish Dublin, Deathpool Wilson. How the devil are you? I did cough, Adrian Thomas, you're right. But there's no need to run away for two reasons. It's just my allergies making me cough. And also, I'm fairly sure that there's no virus in the world that can be transmitted via the internet. I know the internet's very handy and very technological, but I don't think I can send snot even over the fastest connection. Probably wouldn't work. You were saying I'm not going to go on about it like a flirt. I have no idea what you're talking about. I stopped talking about that 5 minutes ago. Don't dwell on things. Not good for you. X-Proof Anarchist, good evening. Chum. That's a word I don't hear that often. Chum. Apart from at the end of pedigree. But I haven't got a dog anymore, so I rarely hear it. Donna Gore, good evening, Wilson Bell. I've got family in Ireland, in the south. In County Wicklow, actually. I don't know if... I'm not too sure where Donna Gore is. Sim, you could be right. It could be a computer virus. TigerBread78, how are you, pal? AC, I got antivirus on my phone, so I'm good. You'll be fine then. You'll be absolutely fine. My mother attempted to send me a joke earlier on, and I'm afraid to say I didn't get it. So she had to tell me it was a joke, which ruined it. Just a heads up, if you get an email from the Department of Health saying not to eat tinned pork because it contains COVID-19, just ignore it. It's spam. Well done, mother. But a joke isn't funny if you have to explain that it's a joke. Paul Kissas. Big ups from Minnesota. Big ups from Wales. I don't think I'm young enough or cool enough to say big ups ever again. Damn, now I've said it twice. Red Lindworm. It's one way to test if this is all a simulation. No, I really don't think it's a simulation, and I think anyone who thinks it is a bit top, if I'm being honest with you. Because what would be the purpose of it? PGK 2K. I'm reasonably well. I would venture to say I'm fair to middling, because I'm a bit snotty tonight. But don't worry, it's just my allergies. Good evening, Christopher Bell. It is the way she tells him. You're absolutely right. I don't think my mother has ever told me a joke before in her entire life. Good evening, Tusk. If you get a text saying ding dong, don't open it. Don't open it. It's Jehovah's Witnesses working from home. Yeah, I saw that joke on Facebook last week as well. I do apologize if this is getting annoying already, but I promised I would try and live stream every night. Snot or no snot. I try never to break a promise. Enter Patman, good evening. How are you? So, what are the usual suspects then? Where is S2000 GT? He was here earlier. It's no good being here when I'm not live streaming, and then not being here when I am live streaming. Am I having any am I having any guests tonight? No, I'm not. But I will have a guest with me on Sunday. I'm not going to be live streaming tomorrow night. I'm going to take a night off. S2000 GT. So yeah, there's not going to be any live stream tomorrow night because I'm taking a night off, because I'm hopefully, fingers crossed, going to be recording a video for you tomorrow. I've got it. It's quite funny actually. Somebody sent me a clip of a guy. I won't say what he was talking about, but I replied and said, "Oh, that's awesome. I think I'll make a video about that. How did you find this clip?" And the person who sent it to me, without giving too much away, it's a relative of the person who sent it to me. A relative through marriage, I think it is, though. Like a brother-in-law. So, yeah. It could be a funny video. I hope it is. As long as I'm not completely snotty again tomorrow, it should be a good video. There we are then, indeed. Tetra does RC. RC as in RC cars? Or RC as in Roman Catholic? Good evening, Mrs. Blinder. Of course I will spend time with you, my little piranha fish. I'll be back downstairs at 9 o'clock. And we can watch something on the television together. All romantic. Have you got me on the big TV downstairs? Does it make my head look enormous? Maybe I'm allergic to the bad news. We've had a lot of that in recent days. Yeah, it's not good. Good evening, Tiffany Hall. I didn't see you sneak in. You and your swanky red Blinder Gang badge. LAO Speedwagon. Chancellor. Chancellor who? Chancellor of the Exchequer. Ask how dare you say that. Any Star Wars is good Star Wars. I have not seen a single Star Wars film that I haven't enjoyed. The only one I haven't watched is the most recent one. But I intend to watch it. No, you're absolutely right, Bill Schofield. Mrs. Blinder doesn't make me stream from my car. She just makes me stream from upstairs, out of her way. Captain Welsh, she wants to know if I had the money, which is a good joke at the minute, what bike or car would you have? I would have a Harley Davidson Road King. And cars, oh my god, there's so many. Probably a Range Rover. Or a Bentley. Or a Porsche. Or a Lamborghini. Or a Ferrari. I could go on and on. But yeah, definitely a Harley Davidson Road King. 100%. Anybody else got any depressing questions? The plot hole. Have I seen the Christmas special? Christmas special what? Surely Star Wars haven't done a Christmas special, have they? Don't watch what, Tiger Bread 78? TGK 2K. We'll be launching the website on Monday. Yes, Mrs. Blinder would like a white Range Rover, as she has just said in the side chat. Tetra does RC, welcome to channel membership. The perks are absolutely amazing. Anybody will tell you. The perks are basically early access to videos when I get the chance to record them early, which isn't that often.
Welcome to the Blinder Gang, Mush.
And what are the other perks? Oh, you get a little BG logo next to your name. Amazing. And what else do you get? You get a load of swanky icons, which people do seem to like. Good evening, Nasty Buzzard. No, I hate Aston Martin's, Nasty Buzzard. Can't see anything in them at all. Yeah, it's just a British car. Just a British car. Did I say BJ, Eric? I meant to say BG. Blinder Gang. B for Blinder. G for Gang. S735334. Exactly. Shout out to the NHS. I did see your comment earlier on today, and I did reply to it. Excuse me while I blow the snot out of my nose. And your comment was very interesting. And just to clarify, I wouldn't want anyone to think that I am just jumping on the bandwagon and saluting the NHS for what they do now. The NHS has got a very special place in my heart and Mrs. Blinder's heart. Because what they have done for our youngest son absolutely beggars belief. And it would run into the millions of pounds. And that is all I'll say about it, because I'm not going to talk about my kids, because it's very personal. But Great Ormond Street Hospital, I believe it was Turquoise Laura, posted something in my Discord server earlier on about Great Ormond Street Hospital. I support Great Ormond Street Hospital every way I possibly can, as a small way of saying thank you to them. So I always champion the NHS and all their workers. And I am not one of these people you will find complaining that they're slow or that they can't do this and they can't do that, because they are under a tremendous strain permanently, and they should be saluted for that. Good evening, Paul Connerbear. Friday already, yeah, I know, it's hard to believe, isn't it? I don't know about time flying when you're having fun. I don't think anybody's having fun at the minute, are they? Apart from, he just grabbed my phone as well. Has anybody else seen this? Some absolute turkey has, I can't find it now, it's gone. I thought I'd left it on my phone. Somebody, obviously in America, sorry Americans, has been charged with terrorist offences for going into Target, I believe it was, recording himself, and he was basically said something along the lines of "who's afraid of the lager lurgy," and then proceeded to lick the deodorant bottles which were on the shelf in the store. What an absolute tool. A gigantic turd burger. Does he think this is funny? Because I certainly don't. Warren Evans, a 17-year-old, died today in the States because he didn't have insurance and had to go from hospital to another for the treatment. Yeah, it's a funny situation in America. In America, my snot is distracting me. I apologize. It must be a funny situation in America, because if I understand it correctly, and I'm sure there are some American people in the side chat who will be more than happy to correct me, because most people usually are. Is it right that if you have, for example, a car accident in the States and you need to phone an ambulance, they check that you can pay for it before they load you in there? Is that right? Or have I been misinformed? IO504. Hiya, Creaky. Am I okay? Kind of. Just a bit snotty. Thank you, Lev. Yeah, I suffer really badly from allergies. And unfortunately, tonight is one of those nights. So enjoy the nose blowing. It adds to the ambiance, I think. Oh my good gracious me. Maybe it would have been an idea if I hadn't gone live tonight. Wilson Bell, you have to have insurance. But what about the people who can't afford insurance then, Wilson Bell? Because I'm sure there must be people in the States that just cannot afford insurance. Lightfoot says, I have been misinformed. So one of you is saying, yes, I'm right, and they won't take you unless you've got insurance. And somebody else is saying that I've been misinformed. So, nose blowing ASMR indeed, AC. You're billed for the ambulance. But what if you can't pay that then? What if you can't pay that? It's, I don't know, it's weird. And that's why I always find it so annoying when people complain about the NHS. Because we've definitely got nothing to complain about. We have got the highest levels of medical care available to us, completely free of charge. So, Tiffany Hall says, I don't have insurance right now, I'm unemployed. Exactly, this is what I mean. If somebody can't afford to pay for the insurance, because it's not cheap either, is it? How much, is there sort of an average fixed rate that people have to pay for health insurance in the States? Yeah. Audrey, you would, so if a person hasn't got health insurance in America because they can't afford it. So we'll say they've got no money. They get sued. What's the point in suing somebody that's got no money? You can't get blood out of a stone, can you? I just don't understand it. Ah, right, so health insurance is done through your employer. So it's sort of like we, in the UK, we pay something called national insurance, which is automatically deducted out of our salaries. So it's kind of that sort of thing then. $200 to $600 a month for a family. Holy shit balls. Makes me glad I don't live in America. That's absolutely insane. How can anyone afford it? Yeah, it is the American way to sue. Sleepless Master, I'm trying to make sense out of something that doesn't. Yeah, it does seem that way, actually. I really don't understand it. Anyway, back to the super chats. Why am I pointing? You can't see what I'm pointing. Olek 10 PLN. If my PC gets a virus, it's because of you. Probably it is. Tetradoes RC has become a channel member. Thank you very much. I think I've already mentioned that, haven't I? Booty Dawns, $2 US. You are a beautiful man. Even with all this snot? Oh, well. Brouhaha. I looked into getting insurance just for myself and it was $150 a month. $150 a month? That's redonkulous. That's absolutely insane. So, UK peeps, never complain about the National Health Service. Because imagine if you lived in America, you'd have to pay. So I'm finding this really interesting. This isn't meant to be a live stream about the American Health Service, but so say, for example, somebody needs, well, I don't know, their appendix removed. You have to pay for that. Somebody needs $70 for an inhaler. What, for a person with asthma? IO504. Who else would need an inhaler? For a person with asthma. That is... What?
Oh, new subscriber. Tidy.
Mr. Faffington. What a good name. I tell you what. So somebody... What? Eden's Aquaponics. UK private health insurance costing... Oh, on, I'm trying to read two different comments. £15 to £35 a month. Yeah, but generally in the UK, it's only posh people that have private health insurance, isn't it? Because we're very lucky. We don't need it. We've got the NHS. But I suppose if you're in a position where you can't afford it, it's beneficial. Ew. Snotty tissues. Honest, I can't believe it's that expensive. I really had no idea it was that much money. The cost of an EpiPen. I would hate to think, Tiffany Hall. Get insulin. You don't pay as much tax. You do, don't you? Hang on, Stephen, are you UK or are you in America? I'm sure Americans pay more tax than us, don't they? I'm sure they do. $400 a month for an inhaler, Nasty Buzzard. It must be massive for $400, and it must come with a pretty young nurse that squirts it straight into your mouth every time you need it for $400 a month. That's insane. Yeah, you're right there, David Little. They suck you in at £15 to £35 a month, and then you claim because you've got some condition, and then straight through the roof. Power to the people. Why am I being so political? Because I'm fed up. Wales and Scotland, prescriptions are free. Exactly. So, my dad is on 2 different inhalers and so many pills that when he jumps up and down, he sounds like a maraca. And he doesn't have to pay for any of it. Again, we are very lucky. Because if my dad had to pay for the medication he had, it would be hundreds of pounds a month. This is absolute insanity. Absolute insanity. They bill you for everything in the hospital, but when you go out, you have to pay for prescriptions. My mum lost her insulin one and had to pay like $150 to get a new one. That is nuts. Corpus Defectus, good evening. My family is insured for €140 a month plus 75 own risk. We pay up front and get back the first few €100 of healthcare that we have to pay. So it's kind of like car insurance then. You pay, I don't know, how much is my car insurance? About 300 quid a year. But I've got a £200 excess. So if I get in an accident and I've got a claim, I have to pay the first £200 myself. So health insurance is in, did you say in Holland? So it's treated like car insurance. Hot diggity damn, dog. Well, you learn something every day. I knew Americans had to pay health insurance, but I didn't have a Scooby-Doo that it was that expensive. That's nuts. Mexico and Canada is free-ish. USA, pay or you aren't worth it. Our 2 surrounding countries able to do it, but they can't. You know, I don't want to get political, and I never talk about politics, but I don't think it's that the American government can't afford it. It's they don't want to pay for it for some reason, maybe. I don't know. I don't know. That is insane. Yeah, there we are. IO 504's meds are £650 every 2 weeks, all covered by the NHS. And people still complain about the NHS. New channel member. Come on, internet, catch up.
Welcome to the Blinder Gang, Mush.
Jacob van der Merwe. Jacob, welcome to channel memberships. Very exciting stuff. I just got my bill for my insurance, €53 a year. Belgium. For health insurance, Peter. Or Pieta. Pieta D82YT. Does the YT stand for YouTube? Very clever if it does. Wait for what, Iris Dublin? How did you know I was going to blow my nose? So, 225 people all gathered around me on a Friday night watching me drip snot from my schnozzle and blow my nose far too frequently. I'm turning away from the microphone though. I'm not completely disgusting. So it is pronounced Peter. Thank you, Corpus Defectus, for clearing that up. Good evening, Crafty Keeler. Good evening again. Carson, Carolina. In the US, healthcare is nationalized. I'm middle class, and Obamacare, unfortunately, did nothing for me except lower my coverage and double my premiums. Yeah, Obamacare, wasn't that Barack Obama's attempt at creating a national health service in America? I didn't realize that had happened, but I don't live in America or watch American news, oddly enough. Chat, please, what, Peter? Have I been at the sheep dip again? No, I don't know what's caught my nose today. This sucks ass. Because by the time I go to bed tonight, I'll feel really unwell. Reduce cost of what, Audrey? Reduce cost of everything, I say. Especially at the minute. Sleepless Master, snotting live is the new kink. Whatever floats your boat. It's not much fun for me, I can tell you that now. Leaky, creaky Friday night show. I know. It's it's ever so slightly embarrassing, I'm not gonna lie. Okay, I am lying. I couldn't give a monkey's chuff. I got a snotty nose, what can I say? The chat is broken. It doesn't seem to be broken from my end, Peter. I can see you saying the chat is broken, which would imply that the chat is in fact not broken. But what do I know? I'm no computer expert. I know what usually helps a snotty nose. A quick swig of Pepsi Max. Good evening, Radical the Unhallowed Night. I'm not quite naked-faced. I left a few hairs because I didn't want to end up looking like a boiled egg. Have you come just to see me blow my nose and suck snot back up my nostrils, Radical? Because if you have, oh, you're in for a treat. Peter, okay, it's a one-way chat then. Sorry, mate, you've completely lost me. You've completely lost me. I know, I am the snotty blinder tonight, Turquoise Laura, what can I say? Lucky it only comes out of your nostrils, otherwise it would be coming out of every orifice. Ah, right, sorry, Radical. Exactly, AC. Pepsi Max solves all problems. David Moulton, GU-POO-MSN. I don't even know what that means, but no idea. You need to get sponsorship from Pepsi. I worked for Pepsi for nearly 10 years. I should get sponsored by them. I should, definitely. South Africa lockdown started less than 24 hours ago, and the Black Africans are ignoring the lockdown. Chaos nationwide. Yeah, there's a lot of people ignoring the lockdown here as well. Jacob. There's a lot of people ignoring the lockdown here as well. And the more people that ignore it, and the longer they... Oh, I beg your pardon. And the longer they ignore it for, then the longer the rest of us are going to be stuck indoors. I mean, has anybody noticed that Mother Nature is being a bit of a bitch at the minute as well? And she's decided to give us lovely sunny weather in the UK. Ice Driver, you could be right. It could be the Pepsi making me snotty. Sponsored by Vicks. Good idea, Demon Orb. Get a Vindaloo down my neck, followed by 7 pints of John Smith's. I couldn't possibly eat a Vindaloo right now because I just had a Domino's. Friday night weekly treat. Everybody's got to eat. Calm down now, Mr. Andrat. There's no need for that. Brouhaha. Honestly, in my opinion, we can't get universal healthcare passed because we're incredibly short-sighted. Keep still here in the USA. Nobody is willing to see it as an investment in the country as a whole. Well, I don't know what to say about that. Good evening, Paul Wilkinson. You don't own Wilkinsons, do you? If you do, nip down there and send me a box of tissues, will you? People are respecting the lockdown in Prague. There's a fine of about $1,000 for not wearing a mask in public and about 100,000 for breaking that other restriction. Really? There's a few people wearing face masks over here in the UK. Not that many, though. because the advice around them is not very accurate. Some people are saying they're a complete waste of time and they don't work. They just let the virus through and they're disgusting. And other people are saying that you absolutely should be wearing them and they really, really do. They really do work. So how are we meant to know? This is the problem. See, even the advice we're being given is all over the place. So how are we meant to know what's right and what's wrong? Booty Dawns wants to know if me and Mrs. Blinder find anything fun to do at home. We always find something to do. There's always something to do, as you know. College students are facing a high fine for having parties in their dormitories. Daniel Zalesko. So do you live in Prague, Daniel? Mrs. Blinder and I visited Prague for our wedding anniversary. How many years ago was that, Mrs. Blinder, who's watching from downstairs? How many years ago was that? I can't bloody remember. Oh, new channel
Welcome
member.
to the Blinder Gang, Mush.
Beauty Dawns has become a channel member. Ow! Peter Birdie. If the mask creates a oh no, it wasn't you. Makes you stop touching your face so often. Is that the reason for it? Wishful thrifting. If the mask creates a seal around the mouth and nose, it will work. Well, well, well. There was a pensioner wearing a gas mask on a bus, Simon Lane said. I did have to pop to the supermarket one day last week. Mrs. Blinder and I actually, and I thought Walter White was coming out of there. A guy came out with a big, you know, the masks that Walter White wears in Breaking Bad with the doodah sticking out to the side. Yeah, I think that's what's known as. Oh, I've lost my tissue. That's what's known as overkill. Overkill. Prague is where you found your love for tequila. Well, well, well. Radically Unhallowed Knight says, Creaky Blinder, in a way, this pandemic has proven we are not prepared for something like this. Now let's hope that something's going to be done about it. Make our systems more capable. Yeah, that's the how do you prepare for a worldwide pandemic, isn't it? That's an interesting one, that is, because you're right. We should absolutely be prepared for massive issues like this, but how can you be? Because certainly within my lifetime, and yours as well, Radical, even though you're considerably older than me, there's been nothing like this in our lifetimes. So how can we prepare for it? It's a strange one, a very strange one. About 11 years ago, we were in Prague. I think Prague man has gone now anyway. Phil Gregory says, greetings from Norway. Greetings from Wales. Phil Gregory, how are you? Thank you for joining us. Taiwan has been preparing for SARS, but it's since SARS and has it under control. Is that what all the face masks are made then? Yeah, I suppose. Yeah. Why are there two holes in this in this kitchen paper, Mrs. Blinder? Is it so I can cover my face while I blow my nose and still see? Spooky bed, huh? Good evening. Oh. Okay. I will then. Oh, dear me. Probably not Mrs. Blinder. Although he could be. Stranger things have happened on this channel, particularly in live streams. But I seriously doubt that Philip Schofield's brother is watching me live stream. Yachi da to you as well, Wilson Bell. Good evening, CF Gregory. It could be Asda's kitchen paper, David Little. Who knows? Who knows? Oh, that's tickled me now. I'm starting to sweat now. Somebody mop my brow. A Belgian cat caught COVID-19. Want me to link the article so you can read it translated? Yeah, you can do. Right, back to the super chats. Oops. Carson Carolina. Oh, I wish your first name was O. Creaky isn't using his essential oils. I can't use any. Mrs. Blinder loves a candle. Oh, she loves a candle. But she's had to blow them all out tonight. I can't have air fresheners in the car. Can't always have candles burning in the house. Because it just does this to my schnozzle. It's not good. But my middle son is like it as well. And we've both had a particularly crappy snotty nose day today. Not fun. Roxanne, the gobbiest denier. That's a name I've not seen before. Too much info about what? Roxanne, the gobbiest denier. Remember, you don't have to put on the red light. You just have to explain what you mean. Essential oils are just woo. Woo, woo. Maybe. And another $5 super chat again from Carson Carolina. Some cash for Creaky's tissue fund. Thank you very much indeed. I know I need something to How impressive is that then? Some big shitters in this house. There must be. Look at the size of that then. It's not fun at all. I'm doing my best. Vicks Vapor Rub does the trick. The only thing that does the trick is Vaseline. And before you say anything naughty, goes up my nose, nowhere else, and it stops whatever gets up there from tickling my schnozzle. The only way I can explain it is, you know...
Welcome to the Blinder Gang, Mush.
Audrey Rebedew has become a member of the Blinder Gang. A very good life choice. Even if I do say so myself, and thank you. And so has Keith Clark. Well, well, well. The story of three wells. Welcome, Keith Clark. But now I forgot what I was saying. What was I saying? I don't know.
Welcome to the Blinder Gang, Mush.
I was saying that. This is just... Daniel Zalesko. Is that all Vic is? Vicks is mentholated Vaseline. Well, I've got a jar of Vaseline. I'll just mix in some Polo Mint. It'll have a similar effect, won't it? Greetings and salutations to you as well. I can play a song on that trumpet, actually. Hayden Nyman. Yeah, Vaseline in my nose, Turquoise Laura. It stops the tickliness. Yes, radical I do. Look at the size of that. That is impressive. See how considerate I am? If I was a knobhead, I would have just turned towards the microphone and sneezed then. If anyone misbehaves, I will next time, because I'm feeling really sorry for myself tonight. This is not fun.
Welcome to the Blinder Gang.
Tiffany Hall asks me, do I miss sports during this crisis? Tiffany, I thought you knew me. Sports? I hate sports of varying descriptions. There isn't a single sport I like, apart from blowing my nose, and I'm semi-professional. Fonz died from allergies. Did he really, S2000 GT? I shall now eagerly await the punchline, because there's usually one with you. Yeah, I know. Or indeed, Carson Carolina. I feel like... Uh-oh. Am I hot because I'm in my studio, where it's very hot because of my stupid PC? Or am I the other hot? The kind of hot that nobody wants to be. You want to be that kind of hot? Coffee blinder. Correct, Paul. Quick swig of Pepsi. Hey, Fever. Yeah, you're right. S735986431. There's a big fire down the Gower tonight. Is there really, Colin Morris? Did you, Kilvey Hill was on fire the other night, wasn't there? Kids, get bored. I don't want to go to bed. Well, not yet, anyway. Huge ass. Did I get it from Boris or Charles? I haven't got anything apart from a snotty nose, and it's because of my allergies. I don't know what to say. Sad enough now. Now I've got to refocus my cat. Oh, very useful. How very useful indeed. You were safe. You were blowing your nose. No lag allergy for you. Correct, Michelle. Michael? Michelle. Michelle. Yes, exactly. Snotty nose isn't one of the symptoms, is it? Thank goodness. Because I would be, yeah, filling my pants if it was. It would make me very nervous. It's not man flu, fortunate son. It's just allergies. It'll go one of two ways. I'll either get up tomorrow and I'll be completely fine, or I'll get up tomorrow and I'll feel like a complete bag of shizen. The unflushable. I don't really drink that often. I can't cry anymore, Rajigal. Oh, look, even my nose is starting to go red on the end now. Mr. Andrat says it's time for me to take my temperature internally. Is there any other way of taking it, Mr. Andrat? I'm not familiar. Yeah, thank you, Kiri Mac. I do feel like a complete bag of poop at the moment. But as Freddie Mercury said, the show must go on. Somebody's disliked the video. Really? Must have been too much nose blowing for their taste. I bet that's what it was. It's the nose blowing. Definitely the nose blowing.
New subscriber. Tidy.
Rich Milano has just subscribed. Welcome, Rich Milano. My deja vu. I'm very cheerful. I've just got a snotty nose. Doesn't mean I'm not cheerful. I'm always happy. Almost always happy. Infrared in the lug, oh. No. Not happening. I haven't had a chance to watch Simon Dan's video yet, so no spoilers. No spoilers. Good evening, Lois Hart. Jacko van der Merwe? Yes, I will probably be going to bed in about an hour, but I won't be watching TV. I'll be going to sleep. Because that's what I do when I go to bed. I am nuts. Rugby. You like rugby, Audrey? I must be the only Welsh person who doesn't like rugby. Carson Carolina. $10 US super chat. Here in the American South, always the South, the pollen has started to fall, so allergies are flaring up and everybody is looking at each other like they have the plague. Yeah, I can imagine. I can imagine people being slightly nervous if they get anywhere near me at the moment with all my naughty snot. Have you seen Have you seen the short Peaky Blinders voiceover video doing the rounds? I have not seen that. Who said that? Somebody said it. Damn, it's gone. Oh, Warren Evans. No, but I would like to. No, I don't even like the rugby men's thighs, Turquoise Laura. Or were you not asking me? I don't like rugby at all. Not in the slightest. Who's the most famous Welshman I admire? Can I pick myself? No, because I'm not famous. Sir Tom. Sir Tom Jones. He is a living legend. Living legend. And that's all I got to say about that. Closely followed by S2000 GT, obviously. S2000 GT. Have you been keeping an eye out for the Google people? They haven't jumped into my live stream tonight. They usually here. Exercise. Good one, Johnny. Who's a bell end? Tom Jones is a bell end. So ask me who I like. Oh shit. And then when I say who I like, say I shouldn't like him. That's logical, isn't it? Oh, I knew they would come, yeah? They always come here, and it always seems to be during near the end of a live stream. The Google moderator team. If they become a frequent visitor, I may consider giving them a blue spanner. Good evening, Tau. How are you, sir? Welcome to Blowing Your Nose live with the Creaky Blinder. How are you? This is rubbish. Oh, well. I just don't think I can do this anymore. Not like forever. Just for tonight. Because the pile of tissues on my desk is starting to block the view of the side chat. Do I know the whereabouts of Bonnie Tyler? True story, Google moderator team. I nearly ran Bonnie Tyler over once. And she can swear like a sailor. Particularly when she has to put her hands on the bonnet of your car to stop her from getting ploughed down. She didn't like that much. Not at all. Not at all. I can promise you. But it was back in the good old days. Yeah, I need to do something radical, don't I? I'll be fine when I get up tomorrow. That's the annoying part about that. This is what I mean. I don't know what these allergies are. Nobody's ever been able to tell me what they dildo bagging. But what I do know is they make me feel like complete shit. Lois Hart, there's no need to lay off e-cigarettes. You must be new and don't know that I own an e-cigarette shop. So I won't be laying off anything. But interestingly enough, when my allergies are playing up, even my e-cig tickles my nose. And this is doing my Swede in now. Absolutely doing my turban in. Oops, I gotta go. I can't even think of anything to say. I'm too preoccupied with blowing my snot. 199 super chat from Bill Schofield. Thank you very much. Are you Philip's brother? Probably not. And $10 US from Dildo Baggins. That's one of my favourite subscriber names. Pete Birdie, entertainment. God, you must have very low requirements if you think this has been entertaining. Been hard to watch. Oh,
Welcome
thanks,
to the
Tiffany
Blinder
Hall.
Gang, Mush.
No, I am. I gotta go. $5 US from Carson, Carolina. No reason for this other than to give some American beer tokens to some Welsh beer tokens. Take care of yourself. I will absolutely do my best. Right, no messing about. I have got to go, guys, because this is getting ridiculous. I should have just not live streamed tonight, shouldn't I? Because nobody needs this much snot in their life. I certainly don't, and I'm stuck with it. So, no live stream tomorrow night, but I'll be recording a video. So, fingers crossed there'll be a video being released for you for tomorrow night. And then I will be live again on Sunday. Thank you very much. Love you. Bye.